What is going on, internet world? My name is Tommy. You probably know me as Rivet, and I am your coach of the Atlanta Braviers, the highest flying, flyest looking team on YouTube. We are here with our second battle of the Mix and Mega Draft League against the reigning champion Lars and Conk the Builder. It's going to be an awesome match. Welcome to the workshop. Alright guys, we are here breaking down our matchup for our second battle of the MMDL against Lars and his team Conk the Builder. He's got an incredibly scary team, but I'm very excited for this match. So let's break down what he's got. You can see what he's got on the screen. First and foremost, Kyurem-Black. Insanely powerful wall breaker. Dragon Ice type, fantastic offensive typing with Icicle, Spear, Dragon Claw. It gets Fusion Bolt as a great coverage move, Earth Power, Shadow Ball, a bunch of great special coverage moves as well. It's incredibly scary, very, very physically offensive, obviously, with that base 170 attack stat, base 120 special attack, which is still scary, and then great natural bulk with 125 base HP. Very much scared of Kyurem-Black. It's definitely coming. It doesn't get Dragon Dance or Scale Shot in this format, though, thanks to some nice complex bans from the mods, thank God. But Kyurem-Black is still incredibly scary. I'm going to have to play around it, and my team doesn't really have a whole lot to deal with it. Next up, he's got Deoxys-Defense, just the all-around wall utility machine. Base 160 in both defenses is obnoxious to deal with. Pure Psychic typing is great for defensive mons. Recovery, spikes, taunt. It does so many things so well. Gets a teleport out for that slow pivot into something else like Kyurem-Black. Definitely expect Deoxys to come. It's a great pick for pretty much every match. It does so many things well. Next up, Gengar. Gengar is incredibly scary. Special offensive machine, 130 base, special attack, 110 speed. Shadow Ball is great. Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Focus Blast, Psychic. Gets so many good moves it can boost up with Nasty Plot. Subsets are incredibly scary with Black Sludge Recovery. Gengar kind of rips me apart. I don't have a whole lot for its coverage. I definitely expect, it definitely has a possibility of coming. Next up, he's got Milotic. Milotic, obviously, a great defensive Pokemon. Water type, great pivot with Flip Turn. It scalds it Ice Beams, Recovery, and Recover. It gets Haze, which is really important. Milotic, I fully expect to come. Haze is one of the only ways he has to deal with my Mega Cresselia setting up in his face, except for some niche options. I'm expecting something maybe like a skill swap Deoxys-Defense, but Haze on Milotic, I think, is the primary thing. Scald, Flip Turn, Haze, maybe Toxic. He's got Zarude. Zarude's a really scary Pokemon. Not really a great typing in Grass and Dark, but my Grass resists, or my Dark resists rather, are weak to Grass. I don't have a whole lot for it. It can run Sub Bulk up really well with Dual Stab, Power Whip, and Darkest Lair. It gets Close Combat as coverage. It can run Scarf or Band really easily and just U-turn out with those. Alright, this is where I'm really toasted. He's got Mega Blaziken, not the super duper busted Mega Blaziken that we see a lot, but still scary nonetheless. He's got base Blaziken with Metagrossite on it, which bumps it up to 120 base speed, giving it some extra bulk and some extra attacking power and Tough Claws. Little baby Megazard X here. Obviously, it can't Dragon Dance, but it still hits really, really hard with Flare Blitz and Close Combat with Tough Claws. It U-turns, it can still Swords Dance, it gets coverage moves like Poison Jab and Thunder Punch. I'm incredibly scared of Mega Blaziken. I don't have a good answer for it, and it's probably going to run my team. I'll try to play around it the best I can, but I'm incredibly scared of it. He's got Comfey. Comfey is a cool little discount fairy. The triage ability obviously being really cool, giving it +3 priority to healing moves such as Synthesis, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain. I don't believe Leech Seed is affected, which is great. But it also gets some other cool options. It gets U-turn, it gets Aromatherapy, and it gets Defog. So I definitely expect Comfey to come. Draining Kiss is a great way to revenge some of my stronger Pokemon like Lycanroc and Crocodile if I were to be running setup sweeping sets with those. He's got Steelix. Steelix, obviously an incredibly bulky Steel and Ground type Pokemon with 200 base defense. It Stealth Rocks, it Gyro Balls, it Body Presses now, and it can Head Smash with Rock Head without taking that recoil. Steelix is a maybe to come. I think it's one of his better ways to deal with Lycanroc. Maybe like a fully physically defensive set with Body Press, that would really be bad. If he's got Choble on there, he can stop me close combating it. So Steelix is a maybe bring. I think he has some other good slots, other good Pokemon to fill those slots, but it's definitely possible. Audino is his second pick. The absolute Chad. This is one of my favorite things to come out of this league so far. We got some great guys, Lars obviously being one of them. He drafted Audinite to throw on Deoxys-Defense, and when it came time for assignment, he's like, you know what, Chad moves only. And he put Audinite on Audino, so he's just got regular Mega Audino if he wants it. Obviously, it's just a bulky Wish pivot. You can Calm Mind if it's the Mega form. That's obviously kind of scary. With Dazzling Gleam, it knockoffs. It gets a great coverage move pool with like Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, knockoff, as I said. So I don't really expect it to come. If it does come, it could maybe be like Spadef for Primarina. But even then, it kind of gets like steamrolled by Hydro Pumps. So I don't really expect Audino to come. He's got Rotom, base Rotom. Rotom's a pretty cool discount mon. Ghost and Electric type. It nasty plots up. Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball is good dual stab. Willow Hex is an option. It defogs. I don't really expect Rotom to come. It doesn't do a whole lot to some of my bigger threats. Crocodile pretty much shuts it down if he's not running Will-O-Wisp. And I think he's definitely got better options he can run. And then his last Pokemon is Oricorio. Oricorio is cool just because you get 4 different mons in one, essentially. Getting a Fire Flying, Electric Flying, Psychic Flying, and Ghost Flying. If one of those were to come, I would expect the Fire Flying variant just to deal with Rillaboom better. It's his best, quad resist to Woodhammer and Grassy Glide is obviously really cool. It roosts, I'm pretty sure it U-turns. And then Dancer's a really cool ability. I don't have anything that's gonna, that Dancer would copy, maybe except for like Swords Dance on Lycanroc, but he's not saying it against Lycanroc. And I don't expect it to come. So let's jump into what I'm bringing this week. Kicking things off, Spinal Tap the Rillaboom making its debut. Rillaboom looks awesome this match. I'm rocking Choice Band, Max Attack, Adamant. This clocks his team. He doesn't have good switch-ins to Woodhammer, Grassy Glide. Woodhammer, 2 shots, fully defensive Steelix. It 2 shots defensive Deoxys-Defense. It's an absolute monster. Grassy Glide looks amazing late game. Gengar gets 2 shot by it. Blaziken gets 2 shot by it after Rocks. And then I've got Superpower on there for Kyurem-Black doesn't take a banded Superpower, especially after Rocks. It gets Super OHKO'd, and then U-turn just for pivoting out if I want to get some chip on stuff that I need to chip for later games and then get into something else. I'm really relying on Rillaboom in this match. It did some great work in my mocks. I'm really hoping it'll do some good work in the actual match. And my favorite part about this is I get to run 208 HP on EVs on this, which gives it some really, really respectable bulk with its base 100 HP stat. Lets me take Ice Beams from my Milotic maybe, and just lets it be more of a nuisance because his team, as you know, may have noticed from the team builder, his team is very, very top heavy in terms of speed tiers. So below like Rotom and Deoxys-Defense, he's got Milotic and then Audino and then Steelix. Everything else is above that. So I get to run a ton of bulk on things like Rillaboom. It lets me be bulky, and with priority, I don't miss out on that speed. So I'm really looking forward to using Rillaboom. I really hope it does some good work, and I think it will. Next up, we got Heatran. We got Geonjida, the Heatran, rocking a defensive set with Tropical Berry, Lava Plume, Stealth Rock, Taunt, and Toxic. Pretty much mixed defense with Bold Nature and max HP. The defensive investment lets me take 2 close combats from a non-boosting Zarude after Rocks. Zarude kind of wrecks me. This is my best answer to it. I resist Power Whip, obviously. Darkest Lariat does a lot in close combat, does a lot once my Tropical Berry is gone. But obviously Lava Plume is going to do a lot. I can Stealth Rock in front of it fairly safely, and it doesn't have a sub up. I can Toxic it, which is really cool, because obviously Leaf Guard not really doing a whole lot to help him. The rest of the investment I just threw in Special Defense. Helps to take hits from Gengar relatively well if he's not rocking Focus Blast. And I really like Rocks up in this matchup. Rocks is one of my best ways to handle Mega Blaziken, just because with Flare Blitzes it's taking recoil. If it U-turns out a lot, I can get lots of chip on it with Stealth Rock and just make it beat itself, because obviously I don't have a ton to handle it revenging wise because it is so strong and fast. So hopefully I can get some good work out of Heatran, get my Rocks up early. Lava Plume is looking really good to burn some stuff, maybe like Kyurem-Black if he's getting a little cocky with it, or just any residual chip. Taunt is obviously for Deoxys-Defense, so it can't like hazard stack me and teleport out and recover and all that. And keeping the taunt train rolling, we got Ray Charles over here. Ray Charles rocking Life Orb, Max Attack, Adamant again with a fair amount of bulk, 168, 88 speed. This is for speed crept Deoxys-Defense for Primarina, just so I can taunt it before it starts spiking up. Hazards are a really big issue for me in this game. I don't have room to fit a defogger. Unfortunately, I really wanted to. And he's got spikes on Deoxys and Stealth Rocks on Steelix. So I'm really hoping I can taunt either of those things. Crook can taunt on those all day incredibly safely. And then I've got high horsepower and knockoff close combat, max attack, adamant, life orb. This thing hits like a truck. Knockoff has the potential to do over half the defense of Milotic. It clocks Deoxys-Defense for around 80% when he still has an item. And then close combat obviously is there for Zarude, which would otherwise resist my dual stab. And it does a whole lot. Ray, again, did a lot of work in my mocks. I really need it to be there. I really need to get those taunts off against Deoxys because I cannot let 3 layers of spikes get up against me. It's taking 25% and then maybe Stealth Rocks on top of that, like 38% every time I come in. Really, really bad against my team. Next up, again, not bringing the Mega, but we got Selene, the Cresselia, fully physically defensive with leftovers. This is my best and only Kyurem-Black answer. Even if he's like max attack, Jolly with Life Orb, if he gets 5 hits on Icicle Spear, he's still doing over half to me. But other than that, Dragon Claw doesn't do a whole lot. I can take Fusion Bolts, Earth Powers, obviously I'm immune. Even if he's specially offensive with Shadow Ball, I take those fairly comfortably. Psychic is there just for general stab. Moonblast hits Kyurem, that's my best answer for that. Moonlight for longevity, and then Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave, I'm really hoping will do some good work. If he's unsuspecting of Thunder Wave on Cresselia, I can paralyze Blaziken or Kyurem, which incredibly helps out my bigger stuff in the late game, just because I don't have a lot to outspeed those anyway. A Thunder Wave on Blaziken would be game-changing. I don't think it'll happen just because he'll be very wary of a Psychic, and he's not going to switch in against this thing. But, again, this is also my best switch into Blaziken. So Mega Blaziken and Kyurem-Black is a tall order for one Pokemon. Flare Blitz does around half, maybe over half if he's Adamant. U-turns do like 30%, so it just chips me for so much every time it comes in. So I really got to keep this thing healthy. I think he'll definitely have Toxic on Kyurem-Black. Shout out to Adam for helping me figure this out. So I forgot about Terravolt. Terravolt obviously being like Mold Breaker. So if he's wary of the Mega Crest, which I think he obviously has to be, I think he'll definitely be packing Toxic on there to Toxic through my Magic Bounce. If I were to be a setup set, I'm not a setup set, I'm just defensive utility again. And unfortunately, I don't have Aromatherapy or Heal Bell on this team, which would really help me out. So I got to keep this thing healthy, hopefully predict a Toxic from Kyurem and maybe get into Heatran. But you know, that's a really risky play because you can obviously go for Earth Power. So I'm really counting on Cresselia to just be bulky and annoying like it always is this game. Speaking with bulky and annoying, next up we got Deep Keeper, we got Dragalge making its debut, fully specially defensive with Assault Vest. This is my best answer to Gengar. Gengar, I think, needs 4 moves to hit me really hard. It needs Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Focus Blast, and Psychic. Even a +2 Psychic, Dragalge's eating. It does like 89% max, I think. But Draco Meteor hits really hard. Sludge Wave, obviously, with adaptability, does great work for me. Scald hits Steelix if it wants to come in, maybe catch a burn. And then just flip turn out for utility purposes and momentum purposes. I really need this thing to check Gengar. Maybe if he gets cocky with Kyurem-Black, I can catch that thing coming in on like a Draco and just clean it. But Draco hits really hard, even without special attack investment, just because adaptability is so strong. So I'm really counting on Deep Keeper to keep Gengar from, you know, instantly running over me. Hopefully, maybe I can scare him with like a Toxic Spike option, force him in, try to get him to defog, but obviously I don't have that. And then last but not least, following her amazing debut performance, we're rocking Miss Murder again, the Mega Lycanroc, Stone Edge, Close Combat, Crunch, and Accelerock. Fully offensive. This thing is a revenge killing machine. It comes in against Zarude, Gengar, Kyurem, not Mega Blaziken, just because it is so fast. But Stone Edge, Close Combat, and Crunch hit everything so hard. After Rocks, Crunch has the potential to 2-shot. Deoxys-Defense, Close Combat hits things really hard. So does Stone Edge. And Accelerock is there for a priority late game if I can get good chip on Blaziken and Kyurem. I don't have Swords Dance this week. I initially had Swords Dance and no Stone Edge, but there's nothing I think I can like reliably set up on. If I set up in front of Deoxys, I'm risking, you know, maybe an offensive set if he's got like Drain Punch or Focus Blast. That would be incredibly bad for me. Or just, you know, Psychic because I'm a fighting type Ghost Mega, or he can like Thunder Wave me. So I don't think there's anything I can set up on. So this is just a revenge kill. It didn't do a whole lot in my mocks, but I really wanted to fit a defogger on there. But in the situation where Kyurem or Gengar come in and they're like very healthy and they kill something like Selene or Deep Keeper, and I don't have something to come in and automatically revenge kill or force them out, I'm going to be in a terrible spot because I would have to sack off something like Heatran or Crocodile to get chip on those so that Rillaboom can come in and clean them out. That's a terrible situation that I really don't want. So I'm pretty much forced to bring Lycanroc this week, I think. I don't know if he'll recognize that, and I think he'll also be incredibly scared of Mega Cresselia just because it is Mega Cresselia. He said his team was pretty heat, so I think he's got some cool stuff to deal with Cress. So I'm not really bringing it. I'm expecting maybe a skill swap Deoxys, like I said, maybe a Psych Up Deoxys if he's defensive. And then he can just like start Psychicking or Dazzling Gleaming stuff, or maybe just Bolt Beam, because it does get both of those. So that's the team we're rocking with. I'm really stoked about this match, and I'll see you guys there. The 6 I expect him to bring up on the screen: Kyurem-Black, fully offensive, Icicle Spear, Fusion Bolt, Earth Power, maybe Toxic, Deoxys-Defense, just bulky spiking set, recovery, taunt, maybe teleport, defensive Milotic, Haze, Scald, Flip Turn, again either Toxic or Ice Beam, Zarude, I'm not really sure. It could really be anything. All out offensive, sub bulk up, Scarf, Mega Blaziken, just doing Mega Blaziken things, either a Sword Dance set or a pivot with U-turn. And then Comfey, either set up with Calm Mind or utility with Defog and Draining Kiss and U-turn and Aromatherapy. You've seen the 6 I'm bringing. This is going to be a very big match against the reigning champ. Really want to win this game. If I win this game, it'd be a huge statement in this new league. But he's got a really, really scary team. Whew. All right, let's do it. All right, sending the challenge. Oh man, this is going to be huge. Come on. Let's get into this. I'm so stoked. I am so stoked for this. Let's go. All right, here we go. Yep, I nailed it. Okay, in order too. How about that? All right, well, this is going to be scary. Good luck, have fun. I'm very happy that I nailed the 6 he was bringing. That makes me confident in my prep. However, his team is so scary. So even with that, it's just a massive yikes. All right, his lead is either Deoxys or Blaziken. If he leads Blaziken, I'm in a really bad spot immediately if I lead anything other than Celine. But if he gets his Mega off and U-turns out, then man, that'd be terrible. I think he'll lead Deoxys to try to get up Spike, so I'm going to lead Ray and try to taunt. That situation happened quite a few times in my mocks, so I'm just going to do that and hope for the best. Again, if he leads anything else, I'm going to be kind of in trouble, but if he leads Zarude, I can go into Heatran. He'll probably just U-turn out or Lariat. If he leads Kyurem, maybe he's scared of Scarf Crook, especially when he doesn't see Intimidate. Alright, that's terrible. Well, alright, again, he could be scared of Scarf, especially not seeing Intimidate. I'm not Intimidate for Milotic, so it doesn't competitive me. I'm Moxie. Going into Deepkeeper isn't terrible because there's no Gengar. I resist U-turn, close combat, and Flare Blitz. It's going to do a lot to me, and that'll bring in Kyurem. But I really only need this thing for its additional help for Zarude, and it also helps me beat Comfey a little bit. But I really need Celine healthy, so I'm going to go into Deepkeeper here. Alright, he does. He's scared of Scarf Crook. I've revealed that I'm not Scarf Crook. I'm just going to flip turn out. I have no reason not to. He's not going to stay in here. If he does and he starts Calm Mind, he's going to U-turn. We'll crit. That's fine. Totally fine. Alright, scaring that thing out. He now knows I'm not Scarf Crook, which is sad. Or maybe he thinks I'm bluffing. I don't know. This thing comes in, and I have a free Wood Hammer on Rillaboom. So, this is going to dent something. I don't know what it is, but if he's like offensive, speed invested with Ice Beam, this will do a chunk. But he has nothing that wants to take this. Not at all. He can go into Zarude, it's going to take over half. He can go into Kyurem, it's going to take a lot. It's not going to, I don't know if it'll take over half, but then I can safely go into something else. This is going to hurt. So, that's all I need. I need to get Rillaboom in this game and just start smacking things. Yeah, Kyurem-Black comes in. How much is this going to do? 46? Okay. That did a lot. Harden to Crest. Kind of what I have to do into Blaziken. It's fine. He's probably just going to U-turn out. What does he U-turn out into? I get Psychic. I like the Thunder Wave option. I can paralyze something. So, I'm okay with letting him U-turn here. I also could, again, go into Deepkeeper. I'll get a little bit of recovery, and because if I can keep this, I mean, Kyurem being so low immediately is great, but he's just going to go into Milotic and try to, or Deoxys, or, yeah. I'm going to go into Deepkeeper. I think I like that a little bit better, not taking the chip on Mega Evolve. There's the U-turn. I'm okay with that. He probably just goes into Kyurem here. He's going to get more recovery. I didn't see leftovers. I also don't have Rocks up, so I can't check Boots. But that did a good chunk to him. I should check my damage output, because that did a little bit less than I was expecting. Let's see. Woodhammer. Oh, yeah, no. He's got some good bulk. That did, what, 46? Yeah, that should have done over half. Yeah. So he could be fully... Yeah, okay. That's like max HP investment, it looks like. And that would have been a low roll. If he's got more, he might just be physically defensive for Rillaboom. What would he have speed for? Probably Rillaboom. He probably has speed for Rillaboom and a lot of defense, because obviously he doesn't need attack investment or too much anyway. He's a Kyurem-Black. He's out here killing things anyway. Red Heart is a cool name. Alright. There's the Deoxys. That's really sad. I'm going to go hard in the Crook. He's going to set up spikes, I think, which is really bad. If he goes for Ice Beam and he's like offensive, I'm going to be in a sticky wicket. But I can put on immense pressure with knockoff. He's going to knock off my Life Orb. I'm okay with that. I don't really need the damage too much. And his knockoff answer is this dumb, stupid guy over here. God, I really want to click close combat. I know, man, now I'm not doing a ton to Milotic either. I'm just going to knock off here. Alright, Comfey comes in. That's fine. Knock off this thing's leftovers. Boots. I'm okay with that. Bold prediction, you're going to U-turn. Not exactly a bold prediction, but I have a decent chunk of HP in this thing. So... Knockoff did 24. Oh, he's like max. How in the heck did that do so little? Oh, I lost my Life Orb. I am a silly goose. Okay. Yeah, he's still very physically defensive, though. That could have been like a max roll, like fully physically. Granicus does do a lot. He's just going to U-turn out again, but I don't really care. I'm going to go back into Deep Keeper. Yep, where's the U-turn? He crit me again, man. Poor Deep Keeper. Crit U-turns. He probably goes back into Deoxys here. If he does that, I'm going to Draco. Or just, I mean, there's no reason to do that. It's not going to do a lot. I could scout damage, but realistically, if he's fully physically... He's special. He's probably special, because this thing has a lot of defense investment, and I'm guessing Milotic does too. Oh, yeah. So, man, losing my Life Orb kind of really stinks, because I don't do nearly as much to Deoxys as I did. But now that he's seen no Intimidate and Life Orb, he probably thinks I'm a Scale Shot set. So I think he won't expect Taunt on Deoxys, which would be huge. Regology, yeah, Sludge. I mean, if he's got no special investment, I'm doing literally nothing. This thing comes in. I'm just going to flip turn out. I don't know what you're going to do to me. Ice Beam won't do anything. If he starts setting up coils, that's bad. But I don't know why you brought this thing in. I really don't. I feel like Kyurem is a pretty safe play. Unless he thinks I'm like running a lot. I mean, even if I was like max speed, I doubt Kyurem. He's... Oh, that's saucy. Triple Axle Milotic? Are you like physically offensive? That's really cool. Yo, shout out to Lars. Alright, here's the thing. That Kyurem. I got Rillaboom back in. If he's like... That's at a decent chunk too. Like, I get it. Like, why triple axle? Is it just to, like, hit through my assault vest? I don't understand that. Triple axle doing... I don't even... Dang, man. 38. That's like... Yeah, that's uninvested. Or maybe a little bit of investment. Maybe he's like... He's sassy or relaxed, not bold. Yeah, that's about what I expect. He's uninvested but relaxed or whatever. Spinal Tap. Woodhammer shreds this thing. Kyurem doesn't... I mean, it does. Let's assume... So hypothetically, let's say. You were max HP and nothing else. Grassy Glide doesn't two-shot that thing. Woodhammer will smack it. Or I can just click Superpower, like the sauce god I am, and that'll catch this thing or that thing. I'm going to click Superpower. Switch. Deoxys, that's really sad. Alright, that was a good prediction. That did literally nothing. Oh, and he's Rocky Helmet. Okay. Yeah, he's fully fizzed off. Well, that was a mistake. I should have clicked Woodhammer again. But, that's fine. Superpower, 20%. Yeah, that's like a max roll on this thing. He's probably gonna... Goes into Blaziken. I'm okay with that. At this point, I'm okay sacking off Deep Keeper. It doesn't do anything for me. If he U-turns out, that's fine. There's the U-turn. He can kill me. I don't need this thing for anything, and I get a free switch back into something else. Like Lycanroc or Rillaboom. This thing comes out. I'm okay with that. I'm just going to spam Sludge Wave so we can't set up. And I go right into Lycanroc, and I click Crunch on the incoming Deoxys. He's going to U-turn. Okay. That leads me to believe that he's a pivot set and not sub bulk up, which is great, unless he's running both. Okay, Deoxys comes back in, and I have to go into Crook. And he's going to be able to recover stall me. That's the thing. I can taunt, though, and stop him from doing anything dumb. Zarude U-turn did 15. He's Choice Banded. That did a lot. Or he's Adamant. No, he's not Banded. Scarf Adamant. Yeah, that looks like that's what that is. Alright, well, I can go into Ray here. He's going to stay in because he knows that I don't do a lot to him. And I'm going to taunt him. I'm going to stop him from teleporting out or recovering me. Comfey. Yeah. I'm going to go into John here. He's just going to U-turn out. Yeah. Alright, well, this is not going good. He's currently outplaying me a lot. I have a Choppa Berry, so I can Toxic this thing. I would lose my Berry for Zarude, though, which is really sad. And if he U-turns... You know what? I need Chip on this thing. Because Rillaboom... If he U-turns, that's fine. If I burn my Choppa Berry, that's also fine. I would rather get a Toxic on this thing. So I'm going to Toxic. He SDs. That's really bad. I hit my Toxic. Okay, so he's SD dual stab U-turn. I really hope I can take this. I'm not going to do a lot anyway. I'm going to have to sack off something to get Rillaboom in so I can kill this dang thing. I was really scared of a Swords Dance set. Alright, Metagrossite. He's at +2. Let's say he's Jolly, not Adamant. 2. Heatran. Close combat totally kills. That's really sad. Oh my god. Yeah, close combat annihilates me. How much does Rillaboom with Grassy Glide? Does 42 to 50. And Lycanroc? Okay. So, what's more important? So, Celine is obviously more important because Kyurem, but at the same time... You know what? Do I need Ray? I mean, without my Life Orb, I'm not killing this thing anyway. And this can always come in. He's going to close combat me. Man, I really hope he's like... Close combat to... If he goes for Flare Blitz and I switch into Cresselia, he's a bona fide god. That'll get, honestly, if he does that, I live it, and he's going to take a lot of recoil. If he goes for U-turn, that'll also be... I have to go into Celine. I can get Chip on this thing with recoil. There's the CC. Those 43, that's fine. He Flare Blitzes now, he'll kill me. If he switches out into something else, he could go into Deoxys and be scared. I'm going to go back into John. I can eat a potential Flare Blitz If he goes for it, get my Flash Fire, and then I can really... Then now he's in range of Accelerock plus Grassy Glide, so I don't auto-lose to this thing anymore. I'm going to go back into John. Here's the U-turn. That's fine. I have Crisis averted. He's forced out. A little bit of chip is great. And I spilled water on myself because I am a fool! That's okay. I needed a little bit of... Oh, I'm using the wrong account. That's really sad. Whatever. Now you internet world people know my secret. This is really not going so well. I still have potential to win, but I need Rillaboom to absolutely kick ass. And Lycanroc. Lycanroc hasn't been in yet, and it can still do a lot of work. I gotta catch that Deoxys coming in with a crunch and pray that he's not fully fizzed up, even though I know he is. Alright, Milotic comes in. If he goes for Axel, I'm gonna be sad. I want to Toxic this thing so I can get chip on it. If he flip turns out, that's fine. Yeah, you're not gonna, even if you Scald, I don't care too much. I'm gonna get Toxic off. He is Coil, okay. Wow, Coil Milotic. Alright, I'm gonna taunt you so you don't do anymore, because if he keeps doing that, I'm toasted. Triple Axel, that's fine. Alright, no more coiling. He's taking a lot of Toxic Chip. Now I'm going to go into Selene. I'm physically defensive. Triple Axel again. That does literally nothing. And I'm going to heal myself up. He's going to take more Toxic. And I'm going to be back at full health. I could... No, health on this thing is more important. Yeah, there's the Moonlight. From what I've gathered from this thing, he's Choice Scarf. But Darkest Lariat doesn't do a lot. I'm going to Thunder Wave. If you U-turn, that's okay, but I want to Thunder Wave. Oh, I was very wrong. Some calc I had was not right. What the hell? He is Choice Banded. How did I got some calc very wrong, and I'm very sad. He's locked into that, though, so I can go into right. He's going to double out. Alright, Parahacks. That's fine. I can close combat. Yeah, close combat. He's going to go... If he goes into this thing again... He's done that twice now, though. So I have to start playing more aggressively. If he stays in... He's locked into that. He's not going to Darkest Lariat me again. Because that did so much. I'm really sad I messed up that calc earlier. Not bright. Not my brightest moment. I'm going to Horsepower. If he wants to... Banded Lariat me again, I'm okay with that. I've got good bulk, and it doesn't do a lot. It does 37. There's the Comfey. Please do a lot. Kill. Alright, 46. He's going to Synthesis or U-turn. If he Synthesises, that's bad. If he U-turns, that's so much worse. I have to go to Jean again, I think. There's the U-turn. He's going to Leech Seed me. He's going to go back into Milo. I haven't shown him that I don't have Flash Cannon yet. I could get a Rocks. Rock could be great. And he's U-turn, Leech Seed, Draining Kiss, Defog. So you're going to U-turn here. Crap. This is a bad situation for me. This is a really bad situation. I'm going to Stealth Rock. I think he's going to switch out or U-turn out. Because I haven't shown him that I don't have Flash Cannon. I can get my Rocks up, force him back into Defog later. And this will give me good chip on Kyurem and Blaziken, which I really need. There's the U-turn. I'm going to give a little more health back to probably that Blaziken. And I no longer can take a Flare Blitz with this thing, which is really bad. Oh, and he's going to heal up. He's going to get out of Accelerock plus Grassy Glide range. But without +2, can I take close combat from Blaziken? I still have my Berry. Yep, there's the Blaziken. I get my Rocks up. He takes Toxic. Man, what do I do? The question is, can I beat Deoxys without Ray Charles? If he gets the +2, I'm screwed again. Oh, man. What is killing Celine? If he... I have to switch out. I have no reason to stay in with this thing, because if he gets the +2... I think he just U-turns, honestly. He U-turns into Comfey and tries to defog. Oh boy, I'm not in a good spot. I knew this Blaziken was just going to be such a massive problem, and I have literally nothing to deal with it. I would have had something to deal with it had I been intelligent and realized that Celine couldn't take 2. Now he's just in a situation where he can just keep spamming U-turn with that thing and that thing. Oh, man. I'm going to go into Ray. I don't need it anymore. It doesn't do anything for me. If you want to close combat and kill me, that's fine. Alright, and now he's at minus. I have to go into... I can try to heal. Then he just U-turns into Zarude. I have to start making an aggressive play. How much does... He's at -1. Lycanroc does a good chunk with Accelerock. I have to go into this thing and I have to click it. He's going to probably just safely go into Deoxys. And then I can crunch. If he switches. If he stays in and kills me, I'm okay with that, because then Relevant can start doing this thing. There's Deoxys. I'm going to crunch. Hopefully he does something dumb. Please hit me. Don't recover. Don't recover. I got a defense drop, which is awesome. He's going to recover. I'm going to crunch again, because I can fish for another defense drop. Actually, let's be smart about this before I play even more boneheaded. Because I am losing. Losing by a lot. -1. Crunch has a chance to kill. I want to click it. And if I was adamant, I would be cooking right now. Melodic comes in, takes rocks, it's going to take a crunch, and close combat will kill. Crunch did 28, yeah, close combat kills this thing. Alright, well, I'm on the board. Miss Murder's trail of blood grows longer. He goes back into Blaziken. I have to Accelerock. No, this thing comes back in. Alright, he's going to start... Man, this is where I wish I had Swords Dance, man. Because he's going to... He's just going to recover me, and I can't beat this thing anymore, because I need to start... I have to Toxic Saw it with Jean. That's the only way I can win. At this point, I'm going to get back to Celine on the recover, and I'm going to click Moonlight so that I can be healthy again. Next time he goes into Comfey, if he knock off, I lose my leftovers. I'm okay with that. I'm going to Moonlight back up. And he probably goes... He's currently pressure stalling me. So if I paralyze this thing, that'd be pretty gosh darn okay, but I want to Toxic it. So I'm going to click Moonblast, just because I don't imagine he stays in here. He's scared of me setting up. Maybe if I was only running Moonblast. I'm going to click... Oh, crap. That's terrible. Well, I've lost. I got to get into Jean and taunt this thing. Yeah, that's totally it. Oh my god. If he's stored power, I'm totally toast. If he switches out into anything else, then that's fine, but he's just... Oh my god. There's the Blaziken again. I need this thing now. Now that I know he's got that, I gotta go into Celine. He's gonna U-turn. Yep. Man, I am playing way too passively. I gotta put on my big boy pants. Oh, there's this thing again. God dang it. If he goes back into this, I'll be so sad, but I'm gonna go back to John. I really... Seismic Toss? Okay. I gotta Toxic this thing. I'm gonna lose Heatran, but I'm getting lots of chip on Blaziken. Oh, please, don't Aromatherapy. He's gonna Aromatherapy. Or he's gonna Leech Seed. He was pretty defensive, though. I'm gonna taunt this thing so that he's gonna defog the rocks away, and he can't do anything else. And I'm gonna set my rocks again. Because next time, I'm gonna set rocks again. Draining Kiss. Cool. And he dies from Toxic. I have my rocks back up. Okay. Rillaboom still has a chance. I have to manage that Deoxys so well, and I need chip on Zarude. But Zarude is paralyzed. Murder kills that. So, Kyurem is not Boots. Probably. Oh, he's getting really close to being in range of Grassy Glide, and he knows that. His defogging is gone. His last move is Flare Blitz. Your Blaziken comes in. I'm gonna click Lava Plume. He could. I'm gonna let him kill me. No, because I need this thing. God, he's gonna U-turn again, and I'm gonna look like such a chump. But I need this thing. He's gonna Swords Dance. Okay, I'm okay with that. Overpredict and click Close Combat. U-turn. That was a good play. Well, it's not over yet, but I have to play this incredibly smartly. He's played so well. Shoutouts to Lars, man. That's why he's the champion. That's why he's the champion, because he's good. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. This is a great game, though. Even though I'm losing, and he's definitely outplaying me, I'm still having fun. And if that isn't the spirit. God. But that thing dies. The only issue right now is that Deoxys. I have to manage this so well. Zarude comes in. He's sacking off Zarude. I have to go into Murder. I have to click Close Combat. He's going to let me kill this thing, and then he's going to get into something else. He's going to go back into that Deoxys. But he doesn't have a Psychic move. He doesn't have a real way to kill me. His only way to kill me is start Cosmic Powering. There's the Close Combat. Alright, Zarude is dead. Yep, here's this dumb guy. He starts Cosmic Powering. Here's the thing. I die to another Seismic Toss, and then I can't kill it. So I think he has beaten me, unfortunately. I don't think I can beat... this Deoxys was going to be such an issue. Cosmic Power on this is so sad to see. But it was a great bring. I fully didn't expect it. All of my mocks, they were Hazard stack sets. And I fully expected that because I didn't have defog options. But you know what? That's what happens. Sometimes it'd be like that. 252. Crunch does nowhere near enough. If he expects me to switch into Heatran, 2 crunches will kill. I'm gonna click Crunch. Go for Seismic Toss, please. I got a defense drop. Go for Seismic Toss, please. Yes! Okay. That was huge. I got that play right. Alright, this is a totally different game. That was big play. Huge play. Huge play from Lycanroc. Crunch. I lose my Lycanroc, but I think that... Oh, God. It's going to be a roll. If he's Boots, I've lost. Please don't be Boots. I will be incredibly sad if you're Boots. But... Rillaboom... Oh, wait. Rillaboom does literally nothing to this guy. Yeah. If he's packing any sort of speed, I would need him to get, like, -2 anything. But... Oh, man. Yeah, even if he's Boots, He would need to be... He was so defensive earlier that maybe he doesn't have speed. But I don't have speed. Oh no, I'm going to lose because of my arrogance about his speed tiers. I am such a goon. I'm such a goon. Okay, let's think this through before I do something even dumber. Rillaboom is at 85. He's nowhere near max attack. The way he took that Woodhammer earlier. That Woodhammer did 46. Which leads me to believe he's max... If he's max HP, max attack, I've lost. He's going to have Earth Power. Even if he doesn't have Earth Power, I can't take a Dragon Claw or a Fusion Bolt. I've seen nothing on this thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be it. I would need a crit, I think. Rillaboom. Why? I don't understand that. Well, I'm gonna click Glide. This should kill. Grassy Glide. Okay, Rillaboom kills it. I got a little bit more recovery. He has Boots. Tragic. Okay, well. Yeah, I've lost. I can't beat this thing. My only hope is to switch out, reset, and pray to God that he is like negative speed. But I have no speed on this thing. So even if he's completely uninvested, he's still gonna outspeed me. Yeah. That was a mistaken prep. If I think I had speed, I would win. But he's Boots. He's defensive with Boots. Is there any way I can win this with Heatran? No, because I don't have Flash Cannon. Lava Plume is nowhere near enough. Even uninvested. Fusion Bolt kills me. I have to, like, pray he gets 2 Icicle Spears, I think. I have to reset. I'm going to go into Jean, try to reset my band, and pray for some reason this doesn't work. He went for Fusion Bolt? What? I don't know. I've definitely lost, but that was just a good prediction, I guess. There's Ice Beam. Yeah. Dang it. Wow. GG's. That was a great game. But yeah, he knew I had to switch out. He knew I was banded. That's a real bummer. But you know what? That's why he's the champion. That's a great game. Can't win them all. And I'm totally okay with that. I think I played mediocre, but he played great, so. Alright. Again, 50-plus turn battle. So if there's anybody who out there in the internet world who stuck this through with me, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.